governmental process, but also interact with the different committees and legislators that are at the Capitol to represent us. I look forward to the future and hope that we can all begin to work together to create better solutions for all the people in our community. Okay, folks, and we're back for now. So that was Paige with us from LD18 earlier, talking about secular values and education and being a PC and all that fun stuff. Now it's about 11 o'clock, which means that the next thing on the program, let me get the program out so I can tell you what it is and show you what it is. Okay, so at 11:10, the policy panel is going to be up on Old Senate Chambers located inside the Arizona Capitol Museum on the 3rd floor. So if you're interested in the policy panel, they're going to have representatives from Equality Arizona, Planned Parenthood Arizona, ACLU Arizona, Compassion and Choices, and Secular Coalition for Arizona. They'll be able to give you your updates on what's going on in each of those organizations, current news, etc. Also at 11, which is about now, or 1 minute ago, they have the State Senate Tour. So inside the caucus rooms is the, let's see what it says, with Senator Bedford and Senator Mendez. Meet inside the Arizona State Senate Caucus Room, Democratic Caucus Room, located on the 1st floor of the Arizona State Senate building. And that's happening right now. So for those of you that are running late, that's where the fun is at this point in time. What? I turned off your microphone.
No, figures. I see
Well,
how
I didn't
you
want
are.
to listen to you. You were over there going yap, yap, yap.
No, the fun is over here at this booth. And this is the shady booth.
Yeah,
and when I say shady, I don't mean that way. I mean literally like shade.
Like we have
from the sun.
shade, yes. So, but it is kind of shady too, because you have both of the priors over here, and everybody runs from us usually. So, but yeah, it is a very. It's getting to be a bit warm of a day. I see Andre running around over there. Most people are actually in the different buildings where there's air conditioning. Go figure. Which would be good for those of you that are a little bit susceptible to the warmth, because it is a bit warm out. So they did move all the tables over. We do have tables in the shade now for those of you that are wanting to sit outside where it's nice and calm and shady. Then that is the capability. Should get a couple of waters.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that.
Yeah, it's a bit warm. Coffee, and now it's like, ugh, gonna need some time. So, so we've got about another hour, and then we have to end the show. And if we're going to keep on recording, then we'll continue from there. So let me put in a PSA, and I'll be right back.
Are you worried about what your money is paying for when you pay your insurance bill? How many times have you seen a company or agent helping a cause you disagree with? It happens again and again and again. Progressives who want to make sure that they are helping the issues they care about have an agent on their side. Matthew Serra is here to help you save money on your insurance and give you the comfort of mind knowing that you are supporting causes that you hold dear. To see if he can save you money, contact him at 602-753-8574. Make sure you are saving money today.
Okay, and we're back again. That was just a short one. It's a bit warm today. Kara's off getting water for us. We brought some bottled water for us so that we could try to keep cool, keep hydrated, that kind of thing. For those of you that are running around outside, I know it's not summer hot yet, but it's getting to the point where if you're running around outside quite a bit, you need to, stay a little bit cool and hydrated. What's the petition for?
Kathy's running for state superintendent of education here in Arizona. Are you guys registered Democrats or independents? Would you mind signing the petition then?
So it's superintendent of public instruction?
So Diane Douglas's position? Oh,
okay,
Jesus,
hold that
outside.
thought.
So, right on the other side of the
We're
table,
probably going to
there's
have a
small
little bit of an
business
interview
cards.
here in a second, so hold on.
He's got,
Yeah, I signed
sweet,
this one.
Sweet,
You
sweet,
should.
sweet.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we have a Kathy Hoffman here, who's a speech language pathologist with Peoria Unified School District, who is going to be running for the Arizona, Superintendent of Public Instruction, I think is what it's called. Okay, and you can, the headphones, you'll be able to hear everything better. Okay, so Kathy, welcome to the show. We are broadcasting live from the Capitol because we're crazy that way, at least until the batteries die.
We just didn't want to go to work today.
yeah,
That's
we don't.
true.
We wanted a day off.
Thank you.
So you want to run for Superintendent of Public Instruction, which is a statewide position, currently held by. What's that lady's name again? Diane Douglas.
Doofus, what?
Shh.
Sorry.
Gosh,
Not
she's
really.
mean.
I am.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of explain why you think you'd be a very good candidate for this position.
Well, I'm a public school teacher. I work out in the Peoria School District in the special education program as a speech therapist. So I work in special education. It's a Title I school, and I feel very strongly that all of our students need advocates at every level of government. So right now I advocate for my students at the school level, but we need advocates all the way from the school setting all the way up to our state government, and currently I feel like we don't have a strong advocate for public schools in our government at the state level.
Yeah, well, I mean, the current superintendent of public instruction is not really much in the way of an advocate for public schools. The legislature is not a very good advocate for public schools, and neither is our governor. So getting people lower down the line to push things up is always a good idea. So you think that you can bring some new qualities to the position. What kind of things would you work on if you get elected?
So one of my top priorities would be to have full-day kindergarten for all students at all schools. It shocks me that we don't already have this, because that would make such a difference in families' lives if they could have their 5 and 6-year-olds in school instead of paying for childcare. And that will help these children be successful as they go on into elementary school, middle school, high school, and beyond. So we need to start with having a strong early education.
Right.
Another top priority for me is improving graduation rates in Arizona, and I have a few ideas of how to improve graduation rates. So right now Arizona has the lowest rate of graduation for students that are English language learners, and we need to focus on this. And I did research at the University of Arizona during my master's program on second language, or the development of language of children who are bilingual and learning 2 languages at the same time. And I feel strongly that we need to address the issues that are with our ELL programs to improve graduation rates and provide better resources for these students.
Now, we actually used to have all-day kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
I think it ended up getting cut in the budget under Napolitano back in 2007-ish, I think. I know that there has been some attempts over the years to bring it back, but of course it always comes down to money.
Mm-hmm.
It's more important to give tax breaks to corporations than it is to fund education in Arizona. Now, one of the things that we have out in our area is we have 4-day school. We've had to close 2 of our schools in the past couple of... when was the first one? We lost the first school out in in Gold Canyon in 2012, I think. And then we just shut down the oldest elementary school we have in Apache Junction this past year. because of funding issues, and then they had to actually go to a 4-day school week, which then again puts burdens on the families because now you have to find some way to take care of your child on Friday when most of us are working. Now, is that something that can actually be standardized so that we don't have 4-day school weeks from the state level, from what you would be doing?
Well, as you mentioned, the issue there is funding, right? So currently our schools are severely underfunded. The funding in education has been cut year after year for roughly the past 10 years. And that is why these issues are happening. So until the funding issue is addressed, schools are going to have to make these drastic choices that do not serve their families or communities.
Right.
And programs get cut. So we really need to address the funding issue, and we can try to find creative means to fill that gap. I know some schools try to have fundraisers, but then you're really looking at, well, where do they live? Are these families that can afford to have a fundraiser and chip in? Whereas in rural areas, they may not be able to supplement that deficit in funding.
Yeah, because we've, I think the past 4 years now, have always tried to get a school bond through and in Apache Junction, and it keeps getting killed by the voters. Unfortunately, a lot of our voters, I think our median age out there is like in the 50s. So most of the people in our district, they don't have children in school anymore, or they're retired and they don't care about funding the school because it doesn't affect them in any way, which is really horrible. I'm okay with my tax dollars paying for school because tax dollars paid for my school. So it's one of those socialist things that everybody seems to hate, but an educated child has a good future, whereas a non-educated child has very few options. So getting people into positions such as the one that you're going to be running for is very important to have a really good, strong background of actually wanting to help children as opposed to wreck the schools like what we have now. So how far along are you? I mean, you've just started, or?
Yep, I just filed my paperwork about a week ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We've done that ourselves 3 times, so we know the feeling of that. How many signatures do you need on your petitions? Minimum.
My goal, the minimum is around 5,000, but my goal is to get 8,000.
Okay. So you're basically trying to hit up anybody that's either an independent or a Democrat. So for those of you listening in Arizona, if you would like to sign her petitions to help her get on the ballot in 2018 for Superintendent of Public Instructions, you can contact us through our website, provoicesaz.com. Do you want to give that email out?
So,
how do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, the best email to reach me at is electkathyhoffman@gmail.com. And later this week, my website will be launched. We're still finalizing my website, but there will be a website which will be www.electkathyhoffman.com. And I do spell Kathy with a K, and Hoffman is Hoffman.
So this is a person we need to start looking at getting on the ballot, folks. And she doesn't just need your signature. She's going to need your money. Are you going to be running clean elections or traditional?
Clean elections.
Okay.
Yay!
As we were both clean elections candidates last time, we've tried 3 times to hit clean elections. We actually did it last time. It's very important because clean election candidates, for those of you that do not know, do not take money from special interests, corporations. They only take a $5 donation, and I don't think you can start collecting those until August.
That's correct.
August or September.
August.
So get your 5s out and put them in a little tray someplace on the shelf and mark it Kathy Hoffman. And then in August or so, fill out that 5 form and get that money to her so she can get her funding quickly and fast. Because the sooner she gets the money, the sooner she can actually be elected. And we can put somebody in there that's going to be good for the state as opposed to, well, I can't tell you about whatever